Hello everybody and welcome to another tutorial in camera and lens repair. And this time I will actually make a video about the stock film counter in Rollei 35T. Well, I made a mistake in the video about the stock film counter in Rollei 35 made in Germany. But this one is actually made in Singapore. And the reason for that is, well, there was a little spacer in here, actually in the film counter section in here. But I was confused about how it should sit, and everything was, not so good. But I didn't have the repair manual. But I have another camera from Singapore, made in Singapore actually. And I think, okay, it must be the same, but no, it isn't. Because in here, there is actually no spacer at all. There's only this cap on here with the spring inside, and of course this plastic, the counter gear. So, but of course, in the other video, the little spacer have to be there. And thanks to one of you mentioned that it has to do about how many turns. No, there only has to be a very slight movement of this one. So I took a look at it and actually found out how it looks, that it should be. So let's make things clear. There is no spacer in here, right? So it is, but there must be something in the German made model. So once you would like to have a stock counter, or you maybe just took the camera apart or the counter apart, and you would like to put it back in again, and you get confused of how should things sit? Well, this is what this small video will be about. And it's not very hard to actually do. But I apologize for doing the other video because things went wrong. Yeah. But this one is different. And again, it's almost the same. What I do, I took this screw out. It fits me best because you can hold it like this in your hand, have a better grip. So get this screw out first. The screws are actually the same. Countersunk flathead screw, countersunk screws with screwed in with a flathead screwdriver. So it's all the same. And then we can just hold on to the top here, the top cover for the circular spring, and just unscrew it. So we can see what's happened underneath. And this actually surprised me because I think, it must be the same. So before you actually take off the cap, just make yourself so it will stay on and the spring will not fool around. So now it's released. What is the same is actually this gap here. It will say this gap here is still the same, and it has to be at the same position. Now, if we take the cap off here, the spring will actually be exactly the same. But there is no, a recess here, like in the German-made model. And I guess the counter wheel is almost the same. So we can just take it out. No problem with that. And it looks the same. But the only difference in those two are the center here. With the German-made model, there is a recess where the little circular spring can sit on or sit in. And on the back here, where the cap here, the spring itself is exactly the same. So how would one put it back in again? Well, that's actually quite easy. You just put the counter wheel here and have the gap around over here. Now, so then we can put this the top cover here on and put it over. So this end of the spring has to go over the little pin here, like we can see here, right? Now, maybe it's better with a different tweezer. It's good to have a couple of them. So you can just put it on here. And of course, things will not sit correct, but we'll fix that. So it has to stay something like there. And then we can move this top cover here. Now, then it is a lot easier when we have something to get hold on to the counter wheel gear wheel, or the I don't know, the clicks here. I don't know the name of it, but it doesn't really matter. But this end here, this, get a little closer, this end here have to go all the way over here and have to sit on this side of the little plastic pin here, where one end of the spring is sitting. So it has to be on this side. But as I thought, well, I didn't know better, it would just have a full turn, so there was a lot of tension in it. But it was not the case. And thanks for one of you mentioned that. It makes things so much easier. Now, what we do is hold on to the plastic wheel here, and then maybe it's a little different, but we simply turn the little top cover here and press on it. It will not move away because there's not tension enough in the spring. So still hold on to the gear here, and then I continue moving this so it's on the other side of the plastic pin. And right now I just need to put in a little spring, or we could just hold on to it, and let's see. Now it will return to where it should. So things is actually a little more easy, slightly easier than the German-made model. And I can add the 2 screws in here and say that's all fine. So this was just a kind of an update which I think about since I made the other. And I think, okay, I have to redo this so things are more clear. Then this spring has to come on and sit there where it should, and everything should be fine. Do not tighten the one screw yet. It will make it easier to put this screw in. So now both screws are actually sitting correct, so you can then tighten it gently. There's no need for overdo it and strip the head. Now let's see what's happened. So I can, well, the counter will go on and on and on all the way over to here, and then it will return as it should. Of course, if there was a lot of old gunk and dirt in there, you have to do it like in the first video. The cleaning process would be the exact same. But this one is almost the same, except with the little circular spring in here. Hope it makes sense. and make it more clear to how also this one and the other one have to be done. So see you sooner in another video, and stay tuned out there. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.